Hey, I thought I'd give you all an update on the PS4. It arrived safely. Yesterday was like a an exercise in frustration. It took pretty much all day for them to ship it out. I woke up in the morning and it said it was on the truck for delivery at like 6:30 a.m. and it didn't come until about 8 o'clock. So I couldn't do anything pretty much. I actually needed to do laundry and grocery shopping yesterday, but I was afraid to leave because I wasn't sure when they were going to show up. It was a pretty agonizing day, but it is here safely. It works fine. If you ever want to buy a PS4, you should definitely check Calboom out regularly because they say that their stuff is in satisfactory condition. But I got the PS4. They ship wrapped it, or they bubble wrapped it a lot. The thing was in like pristine condition. I haven't had any problems with it. The only problems I had was on Sony's end, and getting the verification email to link my account took a long time. And then I forgot the password to my Japanese account. I had to reset that, which was a little scary. I only have like a couple games on there, but I didn't want to lose access to Basara. I would have had to buy a physical copy to keep my save file. That was a little nerve-wracking, but I got everything set up. I've got Onichan Bar Z2 Chaos and Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Overdrive, so I'll be playing those on stream later today. Actually, I need to go do laundry, and I think I'm gonna hit up that Papa John's Super Bowl deal and get a free pizza. I could definitely use one after yesterday. That's why I didn't stream like I said I would yesterday. It was just far too late. It took me about an hour to get set up, and then a little after that to get everything downloaded. So I just didn't feel like doing it. I slept for like 12 hours yesterday. uh, if you ever order something and you have the option of getting UPS, you might want to try to do FedEx instead. From my experience, whenever I've done stuff like this, like I've done it in the past for stuff like Basar 3, Utage, Orochi 2, and I bought those games physical instead of digital. You should try to get FedEx instead, because with UPS, there's always a chance they're going to come at like the absolute last minute. But at the same time, you don't know. So if you have something else you need to do on that day, and you don't have someone, at the house that can, house sit for you and be there to get the door, then you definitely want to get FedEx instead. But it came, pretty fast. I mean, I got lucky because I guess all these used PS4s were at some random Best Buy in Chino, California, which is not that far from me. So it was able to come in one day, which is pretty sick. I haven't really liked Onichan Bar Z2 Chaos that much. It's definitely got a bit of a learning curve. It's kind of a weird game. You can tell it's got the whole fan service, scantily clad, anime women thing going for it. But like the gameplay actually has a pretty steep learning curve. The problem with it is the bosses don't stagger to anything, and it's pretty boring to fight them, to be honest. I mean, you can kind of do a Devil May Cry thing. You can do stylish stuff on them, but you can't stagger them at all. And I just haven't really liked it that much. I'm really glad that I didn't pay the full like $40-50 it was when it was full price when it first launched. Yeah, I paid $20 for it, so I figured it was worth taking a risk on, and it'll give me something to do until Kamen Rider comes out. I do have the money to get Kamen Rider, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take a risk on it. I know there's a big Steam Lunar Festival sale going on. I really didn't see much in there that I absolutely needed to have. It's kind of, I'm a little different from most people. If a cool game comes out and it's launching on Steam, I will usually just buy it for full price, and I'll put the videos up sooner than later. The only time that I really wait on stuff is if it's got like a super high base price, and I've got like some other project that I'm working on that month and I can't afford both, or I'm just on the fence about it, like Darius Gaiden. I really want to get that, but it's got such a high base price, and especially these next few months. I've got Californiathon and my Fanime vacation to pay for in May, so I'm not going to have that much disposable income. When that kind of stuff goes on sale, then I'll bite on it. But I really didn't see much of that I'm going to get on there, so I think I'm going to get Kamen Rider for sure. I'm probably going to do it today, actually. Like I went on Japan Codes, and they're sold out. They're doing a sale. It was going to be like a couple dollars cheaper than PlayAsia, but I guess the word got out. I don't know, maybe more people are importing Kamen Rider to Odin Sphere than I thought. But I will be getting that at the end of the month. I'm just going to go ahead and get it digital because I'm not sure if I have an option for shipping with PlayAsia, and it's going to be about the same price. I figure I can just get a physical copy later on when it's cheaper. So that should be fun. I will be doing that on the 25th. Actually, it'll be probably the 24th, depending on how long it takes to download. My download speeds have been considerably better than the PS3 and Vita, and I'm running it on wireless, which is pretty nice. I've always had problems with really slow, like abysmally slow network speeds on the PlayStation, devices. Like much slower than what I can get on my computer. When I download like a game on Steam, when I got stuff like One Piece and stuff like that, I had that in like 30-40 minutes. Whereas on like PS3, it would take like 5-6 hours. It's pretty crazy. Overall, I've been pretty satisfied with it. My controller is on the way out, so next month, when I get my ad revenue and Patreon money and stuff like that, I'll probably get another controller so that I can have one for the console and then one for the computer. Because right now I have to switch between the two. I only have one controller. They had a bunch of bundles on the Cowboom that had controller, but they all pretty much disappeared, and that's probably was a really good deal because the PS4 came in like pristine condition. I have a doubt that the controller was going to be all beat up like mine is. So you should definitely check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put their link in the description. I believe they still have some left. Don't quote me on that, but if they don't, they will probably have some later on. If you want to get one and you don't really care about having games and stuff like that, you just want the console, if you're like me and you already have a DualShock 4 controller for your PC, then it's definitely a savings. Even if you do have a controller, you're still going to be saving some money. You should go check them out. In terms of my ad revenue, I did get paid this month, but it wasn't much. Their support is like abysmally slow. It takes like, sometimes it takes like a week or more to get something resolved, and I'm trying to get out of it, but right now it really hasn't been reliable income, and I'm trying to switch networks. So what I'm going to be doing when I have some time, I probably won't have time to do it today, but maybe tomorrow, I'm going to be revamping my Patreon and trying to use that instead of ad revenue. Maybe ideally if I can get a few more backers, then I won't have to bother with the ad revenue. The ad revenue can come in, but it's not going to be something that I'm going to be depending on for purchases anymore, which is how it's been for the past year. And it's been getting lower and lower and lower. So if you guys want to help me out on Patreon, you can go ahead and let me know. Right now the page is pretty bare bones, but what I will say right now is if you help me out and you want some kind of request, you can go ahead and let me know, and as long as it's something that I'm able to do, I'll go ahead and do it, because I would like to make this more stable. Like I've said in the past, if this was the only income that I had, then I would have quit a long time ago. I would have just gotten by with the stuff that I had. But in terms of making purchases, it's been pretty difficult. So I'll go ahead and post my link there too. Right now I don't really need anything. The next thing that's going to be coming out is Odin Sphere in March, and Ninja Turtles, and the Bazaar game, which they don't really have a release date for. So Kamen Rider is going to be my next big project. After that, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'll catch you guys later on the stream. I need to go do laundry and go take advantage of this Papa John's deal. After I take care of all that, I should be online. I want to do some 20XX and DFO as well, and then we'll go to PS4 stuff. Peace.